Today we're going to talk about the circle of the aids, being the seat, the legs, and the hands. And they go in that order when you're applying them. So you're going to use your seat first, your legs second, and your hands last. That really affects the ability to recycle the horse's energy because the seat and legs creates the energy from the hind quarter of the horse. And then the hands receive the energy that has been created by the seat and leg. And we recycle it through our half halts and the aids that we give with our hands. Sometimes those aids come on almost simultaneously, depending on the movement that you're doing. And then sometimes there's a little bit of a lag between aids so that the horse has time to create the energy or time to half halt and sit back on the hind quarter before we ask them to go forward again. So here with Eva, one of the biggest challenges I see for my students is in the upward transitions, their natural reaction is to throw away the aids in the hands and drive with the seat and leg. So then what happens when you do that, if I throw my hands away and I ask for an upward transition, you notice that her head came up and her back hollowed out and her belly came down. So when we're actually asking for an upward transition, we want to think that we're going to create the energy with the seat and the leg and drive that energy into the hands. The hands have to remain soft, but they have to stay connected. Obviously, I used a little bit too much seat because I got a very lovely canter transition, even though that wasn't really what I was asking for. So she just gave me a little bit more than I wanted. So I'm going to go with it because it was a nice transition. And I'm going to relax and supple her down. I'm going to let everything grow heavy in my seat. My legs are going to close. My hands come last. And we come into a downward transition where she stays round. So again, when I ask for the trot, I'm going to keep my hands with her. I'm going to let my sits bones get a little bit heavy. She's anticipating now. I'm going to let my sits bones grow a little bit heavy. I'm going to lift the front of my pelvis up. So I'm going to push my sits bones down by lifting the front of my pelvis up. That way I'm not dropping my shoulders behind the vertical and bracing against her mouth. So my sits bones are going to go deep. My legs are going to give her a hug, more from the calf, both legs. And then we get a lovely canter transition again because she's super sensitive mare who's anticipating the upward transition. So I'm going to use my sits bones heavy, legs grow heavy and close, and bring her back to the trot. And this time we're going to walk. Both legs gently going to touch at the girth, and I'm going to push with my seat. Good girl. And now my hands stay with her and ask her to stay in the trot.